Hello everyone, it's me Timothy John and welcome to my channel Developer Timo. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys from scratch how to create these kind of animations. This is 2D animation. I'm going to show you guys how to create this kind of animations from scratch. So what I want to do here is to like this is like the intro of the video, okay? So I want to be starting this structure. I normally do this structure whenever I'm creating whenever I'm trying to create whenever I'm trying to create animation for a client or for myself for a project I'm going to be running, and and in a lifetime or in the cycle of an animation, you need just few assets or few structured assets that you can you can use to build a channel. Maybe you want to start creating faceless videos with all this 2D animation. You just need structured assets library where you can get all the stuff you need from the background, the objects, that which is the properties, the props, and the other stuff that you need. Most of the time, the scenes consist of backgrounds and characters. Okay, so this is just like one of the characters here. This is not this. I won't consider this a scene. It's just one of the characters that I'm done creating, and many people are using this kind of figures now to explain concepts. You can use chat gpt to generate script for you, like unique script, and you can use other free voiceover tool on the internet to generate voiceover for your video and use these animations to do that to kind of visualize the whole thing up, okay? Because the channels I have seen using this same concept are channels like Debunked, channels like in the infographic show, and other channels on the YouTube space. Small channels that are just starting out, they use this same process and they are growing faster. Maybe on their first 10 videos, you will see them going getting millions of views on those videos because they are doing animation. And the reason why I love doing the reason why I love starting the reason why I prefer the reason why I will even suggest that you start out with 2D animation is because 2D animation is very you can use any system for 2D animation. Okay, you can use 4 gigram system, you can use a 12 gigram a 6 gigram system for to do 2D animation. But when it comes to 3D animation, especially the rendering part of it, you need an advanced system to go to do all of that. So is for me, I'll start with 2D animation first. Then as I get better, maybe if I start making money off 2D animation, I can consider getting myself the necessary equipment I will need to start a 3D animation whole career. Okay, so now to animate this whole character, it will take you time to do any of this creative stuff. It takes time, especially if you're going to do it from from an original point. Okay, if you're going to do it from your own, if you're going to be creating original work, okay, it's going to take you time. But this other one was influenced by from a video I watched. That's where I was influenced to get this kind of structured character. Okay, so this the application I'm using for this is OpenTunes, and I'm going to work this fast because I'm actually building this stuff for clients. So uh, I'm going to start with this one. Okay, so to start with, I will start with the head. I'll start with the head here and all of that. Okay, so I'll just take a screenshot of this guy so I'll know what I'm going up with. Okay, so I'll close this. So when you want to start your animation, the first thing you need to do is to create a folder. So this folder will be where that guy is. So say character white. Okay, so I'll just place it somewhere here, and I will go back to open tunes again. So I'll close this one here, open this one here, and use from the preferences. I will change this location here from the, custom here. I'll change the location. I want the location to be directed at that folder we created. So whenever we are, if we're going to work on a new project, on a new character and new stuff, we're going to be using that same stuff. But we can flip to old projects or old folders to kind of work with those ones. To when you click open folder instead of the new stuff. Okay, so here we have it on our desktop, and I can just put it inside. Okay, that's it here. Click choose, close. Now we're going to close open tools now and reopen it again. So this process is just going to refresh open tools for us. Okay, so okay, so now we're going to go with new project. Now you can see that that's the stuff we worked on there. Like with the one we choose, the one we choose that folder from the preferences. Now you can see that we have the second folder here after the all right under the sandbox. Now sandbox is just like a default storage where OpenTools is going to store the your animation for you, and that animation that I put to store for you in the sandbox is only going to be in the sandbox. Okay, so it's not structured. So we want to go with the structured folder here, which is the one we have here, the one that has the one with our project root, and I can see other of its address, the address here that will link you to that stuff desktop, which is the next one, character white, which is what we created that folder as. You can see it on my desktop here, this character white. So I will just name the project. I will just say white character. Okay, so click here, click here, click here. This is kind of like want to get the drawings and the input and the extras and maybe some other stuff like the colors and everything all that to the scenes. So you just click OK, and next off I will come here. So we want to create scene. The scene we want to create here is uh the scene we want to create is okay, character. Am I spelling that correctly? Okay, character white design. Okay, so character white design, we just paste it there like that. So create scene, and we are here. So here everything is just open for us, and I can just come here. This is like the X sheet here. So what we're going to do here is click here and new level. Now this level is the whole level stuff we are is where we are going to start from. We're not creating animation as a in roster level, which is almost like which is almost like hand drawing. But by using this vector, we're going to vector because I want everything to be clean, quality to be nice. So we'll just say the first one I'm going to go here with is the background. We don't need background essentially because we're going to be just pasting this on a different scene, so we don't need background. But for the tutorial, I'm going to give you guys background so you guys can see how this stuff will look like. Okay, so since it's a new folder that we have not worked on before, that's why you're seeing that display, that dialog box there displaying that stuff on it. So I'll just come here and put that stuff again. But during the creation process, you can just copy this and put this here. Less stress for you. Okay, so I'll come here, click here, and I'll now this one here is called the geometric tool. That is shortcut. You can use G to get this whole stuff. Now what this does that once you click on this stuff, now you get a list of all of these shapes here that you can use for your modeling and all of that. So the reason why I like this stuff is because it has this pen tool, which I find very very interesting. It has this you can work on the curves like that. Like if you're a graphic designer that have been using CorelDRAW before, you find out that most of the stuff, except it doesn't have the I've not seen any stuff like the color, how is it called, interactive fill tool here, but it has this pen tool feature and the curve on shapes, which I like very I love very well. Okay, so the next thing I want to do here is to work on this. Change the fill color here to white, so the background will be um conspicuous. Okay, so I'll click here, which is fill tool. We're going to use F. Okay, so click here and just paste it here. By default, it's going to be black, but you can click on the object and just drag it here to get um, the white stuff here. Okay, so push this back a little, and I'll bring this down. So we're going to start with the animation now. Click here and paste. Okay, so it's saying it's possible to paste data here. So now what I want to do here is that I will just open this stuff again. So I want to get that stuff again, so we can be working with it side by side. Okay. So I'll click open project. I'll go down to desktop. I'll go down to full asset, and this is how I create my structured asset. I create. Okay. Here you can see the intro background, the intro characters, and the intro properties. Okay, so I that is how I create my structured um folder. So I'll click here. I just want to get some stuff from this whole character stuff. I designed this one before, but I think I'll be redesigning it again, so you guys can feel the process. Okay, so we're going to do it side by side. Click here, and I want to make it smaller this time, not as big as the as that size. I want to make it smaller this time. So something that actually something we can work with very well when we're doing animation. And I have other stuff like I have houses, I have cars that have already created before. Okay, so if I'm trying to merge this stuff in with those, we're going to merge this stuff with other character. I just want that I just want them to sync together without having any issues. So that's why I'm going to create small here. And to do that, click here. I'm going to call this one. I'm going to call this I'm going to call it a white head. Okay, so this is going to be the guy's head. So I'll just copy this. Okay, and I'll paste it here like so to reduce stress. Okay, so I want to be seeing this stuff. So here I will just create the head, and I want to do this side by side. So I want to see this other reference from this other one here. So the head, this is what we want here. For the head, we want this. I want to take off the hair first. Okay. So this is the hair. I want to take the hair off first so you can see the head. Now this is what the guy head looks like. So okay. So when animating stuff like when creating a model like this, it's becoming difficult now to maintain this stuff. Okay. I think I'll just share the stuff like this. So the first thing I want to work on here is the top of the head, like this one, this point to this point. So I will first of all I'll I'll use the pull line. I'm gonna be careful here so I know what I'm doing. Pull line here. The smaller the character, the better because we can easily scale it up when we are done. Okay, so then we're going to apply the curve here, so we can curve the head upward and work with this other points here. So I want to get this other side. So here, another node here, another node here, and here. So we'll say here, another node here, and here. So have it here, here, here. Okay, that's too small. So we just I think I want to scale it up a little. And this is just too big. Okay, I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on the hairline. That's what I call it when I'm using it. When I'm using it, where can I work on the hairline? This is the hairline here. I'll change this to 3. Okay. So I'll go back again. Change this to 1.5. 1.5. Okay. So now we're going to work on the head now. Okay. So I'll just come here. I'll click here. See. See. Okay. So just work on the face a little here. I think the ear is too big from the back, so I'll just bring it down a little bit, like so. Then take this one up here. Okay, so let me check my stuff again. So here is a little bit of okay, but we don't need to create the exact stuff like this. We just need to create something like something unique. Okay, so the head here is down. That's what I noticed. So see, bring it down here again. I want to push this one forward like this. Same with this one. Same with this one. Okay, so this is what we have here. Now the next thing I want to do here is to color the face, and I can take inspiration from this other guy here. So this one here is which color is this? We have two 209 209 154. Okay, so I'll just change here to 209 154. The last one here is 163 136 136 136. Yeah, gotcha. So the next thing I want to do here is to I still have to work on this. No, I want to cover it, but no, no. In case you're not covering this with a hair, we want everything to be perfect. Okay, so save that. The next thing I'm going to create here is the eyes. So I'll say white eyes. Copy this. Okay, paste. So just create small eyes, and I can create I can create the larger eyes, like I can create large eyes like these ones here, like so. Paste it here and change the color to white. So then control. When you're creating a character, when you're creating any character, you need to create different features like small eye, slim eye, this kind of eye, that kind of eye. And how I learned this is when we play most of these 2D animation games, 2D animation games here. You find out that you can select the eyes, you can select some of the shapes and all of that, and they're just different assets that you can get for that particular character. So that's one of the stuff I always do when I create animation like this. I create stuff that you can turn off this other eye and activate the smaller eye. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do all of this. So the next one I'm going to create here is the white eye PPU. So I'll click here, paste. Okay, that's a white eye PPU. So here I'll change this to zero point 0.3. Okay, I'll just draw it inside like so. I'll color it black. Now this will sit at the center of the eye like this. Same here. Okay, so after this, I'm going to create something like the blank. So this the lead here. So the guy can control the eye. So we'll say white eye lead up. So I'll paste this one here, and I will come here. Now for this one, I'm going to use the pull line. Okay, I'm going to just drag it here. Here, click here. I'm going to work on this. Bring it to the center. Maybe just this way. It's perfect. So it doesn't need to be well organized, because the line here doesn't need to be organized, because we want to hide it actually. Just cover it like this, then Copy that and paste it, and then come here, work on the eye like that. Okay. So we want to copy this one, paste it like that, then copy it here for this other section like this. So what we need here is that whenever we move this down like that, should cover the eyes like so, halfway. Should cover the eyes halfway. I think I will animate this one here so the side of the eye won't be reviewed. Okay. Okay. So I'll bring this up here again. And I can actually change this stuff like this. So the next one here, I want to create eyelashes. So say white white eyelashes. So I what I'll do here is come here. I'm going to create the eyelashes for just one. Then I'll copy that same stuff. Okay, I'll just create all the eyelashes. Then I'll just send it to this other part. This stuff. I think this hairline is bigger. Say 0.3. Still big. 0.3. Okay. Why do I have this feeling like the eyelashes thing is not going to work? So I will just paste this one here. Okay. No, no, no. I don't think we need this eyelashes stuff. Well, what I would just do is that instead of the eyelashes stuff, I would just use this bold line here. I think it's going to serve the same purpose. It's going to serve the same purpose. Yep. So copy and paste it here. Now, I think I'll drag it down like so. Okay, so we have it there. So the next thing I want to work on here is the hair, and I think we have drawn a lot of inspiration from this guy. So the next thing I want to work on here is the hair. So, but first, I think I let me start working with this first. This is the stage schematic. So yeah, we have the lead, and I'm going to connect the lead with the upper lash here that will be connected. The this one will be connected to the eye, while the eye will be connected to the head. So the upper lead is connected to the pupil. Okay, so when we move this guy, I think we'll get a response from this other guy. Okay, so that's it. That's just it. So position, I want to position this guy. So you see, but there's a problem here. We want the people to be independent from this lead stuff. So yes, the stuff here. So we just cancel this connection here. We want this to be connected directly to the eye and not the PPU. We want the PPU to be independent from this other guy. So let's try it again. Let's see. See? So this is what we want here. So when we work with this guy, we just want something like this. That independent state from it. So I'll just add more side here to the head. Okay. The next one I'm working here with is the mouth. I will just say white, white mouth. So click OK, copy, paste. So working on this one like so. Okay. So I think I'll just paint this one white here. Cool. Now we can add more detail to the mouth, like the tongue and the teeth, but that will be later in a different video. Okay, so can just add nose here. So we'll say nose, nose, copy this. And I can fade this. So place it here. So I can equally add. Okay. So uh the next I want to be creating here is like the eyebrow stuff. So and I think we can just shut this guy down. Same with this guy and this other guy to get this kind of the that same effect, this same stuff here, like the single eye stuff here, and it's cool. Okay, so we can equally activate all of this back when we want to get the full eye. Okay, so and we can change the nose here, so I can create a different nose for this. I can call this one nose two. Copy, paste. Okay, so I can shut this nose down like so, and come here and just create a different nose altogether. Okay. So it's in two versions now. It's either we're using this other kind of this other nose or this other nose. Okay. So for the nose here, I'll just paste him here like this, and the nose will just go straight to the head. Like this is the head now. This is the nose one. Paste it here. I think I have to open the guy first. So I'll paste him here. Same with this other one. Paste him here. So I can close one now. It's cool. So the next thing I'm working on here is the eyebrow. The eyebrow. Okay. So click here. Say white eyebrow. Okay. Copy, paste. So here I'll just give you something simple like this line. Then I'll come here, use okay. Then here I'm gonna change the I'm gonna mirror this. I'm gonna use this one, the one with H. Put minus at the start there. I'm gonna change the stuff first. So I'm gonna put it like this. Okay, cool. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna create here is the so the next one I'm gonna create here is the hair. And you can see how long it takes to actually make these videos or to actually create this kind of 2D animation. It's difficult. Then talk more with you creating this stuff on the 3D side. You're gonna understand what I'm talking about. You're gonna understand the pain there to create this stuff. So I'm gonna be creating the neck. So the neck here. So I'll say white neck. white. Okay. So I'm gonna use this the pole line to, not the pole line actually. I'm gonna use the rectangle. Draw it like so. Click here. I'm gonna adjust this one here. Adjust this one here. Like so. Same here. Adjust here. Adjust here. I think I want to make this neck bigger than this. I want it to be bigger than this. So I'll just adjust it here and here. I'll touch it here like that. Same here. So I want to change the color for this now. With this. I'm gonna click here. Okay. So the next one I want to create here is the body. And for the body, but first we need to attach the neck here. Plug it to the head. The next one I want to create here is the body. So I'll say white body. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to bring this way. Same here. I'm going to work on this. So okay. So I'm going to click here. F is just same thing with this one here. So I'm going to change this to this. So here's the body. And I think I'm going to stop this connection here. What I want to do is to plug the head to the neck to the body. So when we move the body now, okay, there's some stuff still hanging there. These guys are still hanging out. So I'll just plug them on the eyes because I want whenever the eye is moving, I want them to move with the eye. So I'll plug them right in the eye. And I'll test this again. Okay, it's remaining the mouth. So this is the mouth here. I'll plug the mouth. Plug the mouth to the head. Now plug the mouth to the eye. So whenever the eye is moving, the mouth will move with the eye too. Same with the nose. So I'll plug it to the eyes. Yeah. Okay. So let's check this again. You can see everything is moving at once. Okay. So the next one we're going to create here is the hair for this guy. So I'll just call this other one here white white hair. Okay. So I'm going to use the polar tool here. Just snugly. Okay. So this is just one this is just one of the hair. It's just one of the this one just one hair we're gonna create here. We're gonna create very multiple of them, different hairstyle, and plug it here right inside the head. So the reason why we're getting this is because um it's not centered at that point. So I'll just work on this manually, bring it back here and paste it back like so. I'll bring it down a little. So, so if I close this now, I can create another hair for the guy. So do here, let's say new hair or just white hair two. So I want to click here. What have I done? Click here, paste it here. So here I'm going to create something lower. Okay. Then I want to change the color to black. And just play with this stuff and see what you get here. So the next thing I want to create here is the bears or the bear. So if you can select, you can create multiple stuff here and just select anyone you want. Okay, and just create any stuff like this, like this, this, this. And that's too big. Just small. Then color this black. Maybe I'll work on this from here. Few adjustments needed. So I'm looking at this now. It's almost looking like 3D, but not like 3D, but almost looking like 3D somehow. It's close to 3D. And okay, so with the whole BS stuff there, and I can create the mustache. So I just say white beer top. I'm making this as simple as possible. Okay, so click here, or as simple as it can be. Change this to That is now flip this on the other side. Okay, so I can just work on this all day, like work on the BS, like you get different style. But that would be when I'm actually creating. Um, that would be when I'm actually working on a serious project. Okay, so and this ones here, I'm just gonna say this ones here. Okay, I'm gonna say this ones to my client, and so I need to be thoughtful with this. I need to put more stuff here so that they can choose because they can see they don't want to go with this, they don't want to go with this other one here, or they don't even like this hair. They just want to go with something like this. So like a customized of they can customize what they want here and say, okay, I would love this to go with this one. So I just want to create that kind of stuff here where they can choose stuff, even clothes and all of that for the art character and to just match, to just be all there for them to do that. Okay, so okay, so the next one here, the next one here I'll be creating is so we have the eye. The next stuff here I'll be creating is the arm. So say white. This is the left arm. No, that's the right arm. The right arm. So I'll click okay. I'll place it here. So click here. So we're going to change stuff to rectangle. Click here. Okay, guys. So you know what? I'm going to leave this video. I'm going to leave this section of the video. Next time, I promise you guys, I'm going to complete this whole arm stuff, the hand and the legs. Okay, so we are done with this section of the video. Maybe I'm going to rig this stuff in the future so you guys can see how this guy will be maybe be on the on his bed, the beach, and other places, and just add some AI voiceover to it so you guys can see how this stuff will look in real life and all of that. So I'm going to be selling some of this animation on my store. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm going to send you guys the link of the store is in my YouTube channel, which is Developer Timo. You can go there too and just follow up, and there you're going to get you're going to get the full animation. You're going to get the full video from you're gonna get a full video from my channel. Okay, so if you're in the channel already, if you're watching this from my YouTube channel already, so this is how the video will look. This is how the video is. And now to get the description for my store, you have to check the link in my bio on YouTube bio. Okay, so check the link there. You're gonna see the link to the store there. I promise you guys, I'll be uploading free assets to that site. anytime from now when I start working with other creative other people that love all this AI stuff, posting free stuff there, something that you can use and start your content right away. And for you that want to start heavy 2D animation free faceless YouTube channel, I'm going to equally give you a grounded structured asset with all customizable characters and other stuff in the backgrounds and scenes, all of that. Okay, and trust me, it takes months to actually create this asset. It takes a lot of time and energy and all of that to create all these assets you're seeing on the internet. And first of all, when I was starting this studio animation stuff, I was thinking it's just something that is just a bread and butter whole situation for me, where I can just get on and start creating this asset myself and very as fast as possible. But I'm going to leave all aside. I'm going to leave all those stuff aside. If you're not interested in increasing animation, if you're not interested in increasing all this studio assets, but you want to start your own 2D animation YouTube channel, I'm going to guide you on how to use my assets, on how to use the asset I'm creating. And if you're going to purchase this from my store, I'm going to be guiding you guys how to actually use this asset and and for your videos, okay, how to use assets for your videos, because this two is not like Adobe Photoshop or Adobe whatever tool they use for animation from Adobe. Adobe is like the paid version, but this one is free and it has every other stuff that is way better than Adobe. Okay, so that's why I love using this. It's like a dedicated to the animation software. That's why I love using Open Tunes. Okay, so and yeah, that will be all